Hey everybody, it's me, Evelyn, and so I'm just gonna take this time for in this video to just talk a little bit about how God's been working in my life and how I know for real that He is real and that how He's gotten me through a lot of stuff in my life. And like, I feel like looking at me, you don't really see the hurt, the pain, and all of the things that I have dealt with in my life. And like, through a lot of things, I've put on that, that mask that like, that I'm all fine and there's nothing wrong with me, but deep down there's a pain and a hurt that had been there. And at a really young age, and if you've seen one of my other videos, you would know that I lost my dad when I was 2. And it was really hard growing up, not knowing him and not remembering him and not being able to experience all those things that you're supposed to do with your dad. And it was just kind of like a hole in my heart because I didn't have them. And then my mom got remarried to my stepdad, and I love him dearly. It was just really hard to transition from being just with my mom to having somebody new in my family. And like, I've always grown up in church. Like, I would go to church and learn about the stories, but I didn't really have that relationship with God because I didn't, like, once I left church, I didn't read my Bible, I didn't pray, I just kind of like lived my life. And I went to church just to hang out with friends and do all the different activities that there were, just so I couldn't be alone. And it, like, what really started was when I went to middle school. It was the first real public school I had gone to. And the first thing I heard, well, not the first thing, but like, when I was there, I would constantly hear that I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm not good enough, I'm not worth it. And when you're told that over and over and over and over again, it kind of sticks with you, and it kind of like eats away at you. And like, hearing it from people I cared about and people I called friends, and it just really hurt really bad. And I had somebody who would call me elephant and then laugh. Like, it's just, that's when it really, like, I got really, really bad self-esteem, and I really started to think those things, that I really wasn't worth it to anybody. I was ugly, I was fat, I didn't, like, no one was going to care about me, I was going to be alone forever, and it was just really hard. And like, hearing that God's there for you through that time, it was just kind of like, I hear it, but like, I don't feel it. And then I just got to like a really, really bad point in high school where I was like, where I felt like I didn't have anybody, that I was alone, that no one was hearing me. I just, like, I have so much stuff to like say, but I would always be talked over and no one would really listen to what I was saying. And like, my friends would go do stuff and not even invite me, and it was just kind of like, what's the point? Like, really, if no one is going to put that effort towards me and no one's going to like give me any light of day or care to know how I'm really feeling, like, what's the point? Like, why am I still living? There's nothing for me. And so I just got to that point, and like I didn't know what to do because I was just so hurt, and so I was hurting, and I was just kind of like in a dark part, and I couldn't find my way out. And so I remember looking back at some journals, and I just kept talking about like different things, like wanting to get a knife and just kill myself there and then, and just like different things like that. And then I tried cutting because I heard about it, and I was like, well, I want to try anything to get myself to stop hurting. So I tried that, and it didn't help me at all. And then I just got to a point that I was like, forget this. No one cares about me. I don't even care about myself. Like, I shouldn't even be here. So I got a bunch of pills, and I took them, and I tried to commit suicide. And I was like, okay, I guess that was the end, and no one's gonna care if I'm alive or dead, so I might as well. So I did, and luckily, by the grace of God, I didn't. I mean, I'm still here now, and I'm so thankful that God was there. And then after that, I was like, what? What was I thinking? Like, God has put me here for a purpose, and people like to tear us down for no reason. But God is love, and God is just, and God is everything. And I knew I was never going to get to that point again, because I knew that God can pull me out of anything possible. But like, I had that realization, but I still kind of like, I don't know. And so I kind of like still went through life like I was still like go to church, but I was kind of like I still should be here, but I still don't know what to do. And I was just kind of like in a confused state for a while after that. And like, I got to college, and I went to this ministry, and it was like seeing the fire and passion that people had. I was like, I wish I had that. And so like, the thing that hit me the most, the thing that has impacted my life so much, was when I worked at camp, and the topic was about how we're made in God's image. It was in Jeremiah, and how that God made us beautiful, and that He didn't mess up when He made us. He made us, He formed us in our mother's wombs, and that everything He put together was not a mistake, and that we're made in His image, and that we're beautiful to Him, and that's all that matters. And like, repeating that to myself over and over and over again, and like having to teach this lesson to girls, it kind of like grew on me. And I was like, wait a second, why have I been tearing myself down? Like, why have I been believing what other people have said? Because I am beautiful, and that God created me the way He wanted me to be, and that I don't have to rely on other people to tell me like nice things about me, because I know them, and that God has placed His passion and desire in me. And that, why did I let people in high school dictate my life? And then the thing that really stuck out to me was when my roommate she said to the girls in our cabin, she had it on the mirror, and it said, I am beautiful because I see myself the way God sees me. And I looked at that for the first time and believed it. Which, at times it's so difficult, but I just think back to that statement. I am beautiful because I see myself the way God sees me. And that is such a true statement. That my perception has been skewed for so long that God just took that away from me, and He was like, my child, you are beautiful, and I never make mistakes, and you have a purpose on this life. And even though people will knock you down at every chance you get, and no matter how much they pull you down and break you down, it doesn't matter. That you're always going to have God, and He's always going to be there no matter what happens in your life. And He has that love and that grace that He is going to be there for you no matter what. And I just think that has impacted my life so much, and that I've just had this want to know Him more and to grow more, because He's all that I need, and I don't need to rely on this world, because this world is just full of crap and nothing but loneliness and tearing people down and lying, and I don't need that. And I need God. And it's awesome that we can have that relationship with Him, and that He's going to be there no matter what happens. So that's a little bit about my testimony and how God's impacted my life so much. Thanks. Bye.